Welcome to Rayz Kidz. I'm Annie Delaney, and in this video, I'll walk through our newly redesigned chat feature. We'll talk about how it works, what's changed, and how to use it to communicate with families in your program. Whether you're brand new to using Rayz Kidz or you've been with us for a while, this video will get you up to speed quickly. So let's get started. Before we dive into the how-to, let's talk about why messaging through Rayz Kidz matters. First, it makes communication clearer and easier, both you and the families you serve. Everything lives in one place, so there's no confusion about what was said or when. Secondly, it keeps a professional boundary. When you message through Rayz Kidz, your personal phone number stays private, and families reach you through the app, not through your personal text messages. And third, it saves you time. So instead of sending the same message to multiple families one by one, you can reach them all at once and directly through the app. Now, what has changed since the last version of this, since this is newly redesigned? The important improvements of note are that one, group messages are now sent as separate individual messages to each family. So when you send a message to multiple families at once, each family only sees their own message, not everyone else's. This was what was requested by folks, and we're happy to be able to give this feature to you. Secondly, group caregivers, so that's employees or assistants in your program, can now use the chat feature too. They're no longer limited to that feature and to only being able to view, they can actually send messages directly themselves. And three, including a group caregiver on a message thread is optional. So you have full control over who is copied in each conversation. So you can have direct messages with a family on your own, or you can make sure you add that group caregiver so they can see the back and forth and participate in that as well. The chat feature gives you 4 ways to reach families. So we'll talk through each one by one. So you can send a message to all families. You can send one message that goes out to every family in your program at the same time, and they each receive it individually. So you can press that select all, and you can see all of them there. You can send it just to one individual family. That is maybe you need to communicate something specific just to them. You could send it to one or more families plus a group caregiver. So you're going to toggle on that group caregivers, and any group caregivers who are included in a group with that family will also be in the loop with those conversations. And you can send a one-on-one message to any individual parent. So this is a private direct message sent individually, separate from the family thread and separate from one with the group caregiver. Now let's walk through how you actually send a message. So here's the step-by-step. So you're going to open the app. You'll tap on the chat tab, which is on the far right-hand corner here. You can see on the bottom navigation bar. Then you're going to tap the plus sign in the top right corner to start a new message. And if you're sending one just to families, you will select the family radial dial here. And then you can choose your recipients. So you can either press select all, or you can select individual families, one or more families to send it to. Then you will write your message. In the message field, you'll press this right arrow here, and that message will be sent to each family individually. One important note is that when you send to multiple families, each family receives the message separately, so they won't see each other's names or responses. And a common question, who sees a family message? So both the parents and any caregivers who have been added to that family's profile in the app will receive messages in the family thread. So if they have one or more parents, maybe a grandparent who's added as a caregiver, all those people will see that message. And the intention is it's for the people who would need to know. If you would like to send an individual message, you can always still do that too. If you would like to include an employee or an assistant on the message, which is what we call a group caregiver in Rayz Kidz, here's how you would do it. So when you're sending a new message, so you've pressed the plus button on the chat screen, and now you're selecting The family message here, you're going to toggle on include all group caregivers before you send it. Once that's enabled, any message thread with that toggle on will display a star icon. So you can see here that is a message that includes a group caregiver. One that does not have a star does not include a group caregiver. When you go and create a new message from the plus button, it will always include that properly. But if you go back and select a message to then respond to that thread, you'll just want to pay attention to if that thread icon has a star, that's the one that includes the group caregivers. If it doesn't have a star, it is just for the family, not for a group caregiver. And now you may be wondering, okay, how do I make sure that the group caregivers that I have are correct? To manage this, you will go to the menu bar. You can see here what the menu bar would look like. Here's your selections. You're going to go to Program Tools and expand that. Groups is the first option under Program Tools. That's where you will manage your groups. You'll select which group. So for instance, we've selected the Blooms and Flowers group. Oops. And you will then be able to see any employees or assistants who are added that will have access to those messages once you toggle on the all group caregivers. If any of these look outdated, you can go ahead and press the trash can button, which will delete that person from this group so they no longer have access to it. And if you need to add someone, you'll press the plus button, add caregiver, enter their email address. They'll receive an email saying they've been invited to the Blooms and Flowers group on Rayz Kidz. Once they log in with the email that you've used here, they will automatically be added to that group and they will then see any chat messages that they are included on. Plus, they'll be able to access the children who are assigned to that group and be able to add events, photos, and all those things that help to alleviate some of that burden on you for that communication. Next, if you'd like to send a private direct message with an individual parent not connected to the full family thread, use the individual message option. So you're going to, again, tap that plus sign to start a new message. This time you're going to select individual instead of family. Then you will either search or just select the person's name that you would like to send the message to. And then you will be able to type your message directly into that thread, press the send button, and then they will see it. You can optionally also include a message category. So it can be just a message, which is the default, an announcement or a reminder, and the icon will then change for that parent so they can visually see what that message is about. And another common question, what notifications do parents receive? If they have push notifications enabled, they'll get an alert right away. If the message goes unread, they'll automatically receive a follow-up email the next morning letting them know that they have unread messages in Rayz Kidz. So that's everything you need to know about how to get started with the new Rayz Kidz chat feature, clear communication with families, a professional tool that keeps your personal information private, and a smarter way to save time during your day. If you have any questions, our support team is here to help. You can reach us by email, support@rayzkidz.com, by phone, 617-843-5892, or visit our help center online at help.rayzkidz.com. You can also scan the QR code on your screen to go directly to our help center. Thank you for watching and welcome to the new chat experience in Rayz Kidz.